In South African politics, there are moments that seem small on the surface, but when you look deeper, they reveal a much bigger story about leadership, trust, and accountability. One of those moments happened recently during an ANC National Executive Committee meeting, a meeting that was supposed to focus on internal matters but quickly turned into a major talking point across the country. The reason? Two high-ranking ANC leaders, Deputy President Paul Mashatile and senior government official Thembi Simelane, were asked to leave the room. The reason they were told to step out was because the party's Integrity Commission was discussing allegations of corruption linked to both of them. And under ANC rules, any member who is the subject of an active investigation must not be present when their matter is being discussed. This rule exists to ensure that there is fairness and no conflict of interest. But this incident, as simple as it may sound, has triggered a wave of questions and concerns, not just about the individuals involved, but about the ANC's overall approach to tackling corruption and rebuilding trust. To understand the seriousness of this situation, we first need to go back and look at the broader context. The African National Congress, South Africa's ruling party since the end of apartheid, has struggled for years with allegations of corruption involving some of its top members. From state capture to mismanagement of public funds, the party has faced enormous criticism, both locally and internationally. Over time, public trust in the ANC has weakened. Citizens have grown tired of seeing leaders accused of wrongdoing stay in office without consequences. As a result, the ANC was forced to introduce internal reforms to clean up its image. One of those reforms is the establishment of the Integrity Commission, a body tasked with investigating allegations of misconduct and recommending action against members where necessary. It is not a court, but its work is meant to guide the party in making ethical decisions about who gets to lead and who should step aside. Another key rule the ANC introduced is called the step aside rule. This rule says that if a member is facing serious allegations of wrongdoing, they must voluntarily step away from their leadership roles until the matter is resolved. This is supposed to show that the ANC is serious about accountability. But as many people have observed, applying this rule has not always been consistent. Some members are told to step aside quickly, while others continue in their positions despite ongoing investigations. That's part of why this current story has captured public attention. It offers a test case for how far the ANC is willing to go to enforce its own rules, especially when the people involved are as high-ranking as the Deputy President himself. Let's start with Paul Mashatile. As the Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa, he is one of the most powerful individuals in the country. He holds a position that is just one step away from the presidency. So when reports began to emerge linking him and his family to the purchase of properties under unclear circumstances, it naturally caused alarm. According to media investigations, questions were raised about how certain homes were acquired, who paid for them, and whether the transactions followed proper processes. Mashatile did present himself before the Integrity Commission to share his side of the story, but the matter is still open. The fact that it hasn't been resolved yet means the Commission is still looking into the details, which may include gathering documents, questioning witnesses, and reviewing financial records. Then there's Thembi Simelane, who also holds a senior position in government. Her case goes back to her time as a mayor, during which she allegedly received a loan from a company linked to the infamous VBS Mutual Bank scandal. For those who may not know, the VBS scandal involved the looting of hundreds of millions of rands from the bank, which led to its collapse. The scandal ruined the lives of many ordinary South Africans, including pensioners who lost their savings. Simelane has denied any wrongdoing, saying that the loan was legitimate. But since the company that gave her the loan is connected to the wider VBS case, the Integrity Commission is still reviewing whether her actions were appropriate or not. At the recent NEC meeting, when the Commission presented its progress on these two cases, both Mashatile and Simelane were asked to leave the room. This was not done in anger or as punishment, but as part of the rules meant to protect the process. When someone is being investigated, they cannot be present when their case is discussed, because it might influence the conversation or make others uncomfortable. Still, their removal from the room is symbolically powerful. It tells the public that the ANC is trying, at least in appearance, to treat all members equally, regardless of their status. But it also raises a difficult question: will the party follow through with action if the Commission finds wrongdoing? Right now, the ANC is under intense pressure to show results. Over the past decade, the gap between what the party says and what it actually does has been growing. People have seen many promises to fight corruption, but very few leaders have been held accountable. This has hurt the party's image and contributed to declining support in national elections. Many citizens now view the ANC as being soft on corruption, even when the evidence is overwhelming. This is why the outcome of these two investigations is so important. If the Commission recommends that either Mashatile or Simelane step aside, and the party actually enforces it, that could send a strong message that no one is above the rules. On the other hand, if the party chooses to ignore the findings or delay action, it may only confirm what many people already suspect, that political protection still exists for the powerful. Looking ahead, the final decisions about whether Mashatile and Simelane will be removed from their roles or allowed to continue will depend entirely on what the Integrity Commission concludes. For now, the party has said it is still listening to all sides and has not made any final ruling. That means this is still an unfolding story, and much could change in the coming weeks. The next few months will be crucial. South Africans are watching closely. People want to know whether the ANC is truly serious about change or if the same old habits will continue. For the sake of the country, transparency, honesty, and consistent enforcement of rules are essential. Without them, trust will remain broken, and the future of South African democracy will remain uncertain. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think the ANC will take real action if the Commission finds wrongdoing? Should leaders like Mashatile and Simelane step aside while investigations are ongoing? And do you still trust the Integrity Commission to do its work independently? Let us know your opinions in the comments section below. And if you found this video useful and informative, please give it a like, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel for more political updates and deep analysis of South Africa's biggest stories. Your support helps us continue to bring you well-researched and thoughtful content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.